Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for November. We're in the sign of Scorpio, so it's good for us. Scorpio is our natural fifth house, which is romance and children and creativity and just self-expression and pleasure. So sometimes, even though November can be a dark month for a lot of people, for Cancer, sometimes it's sort of nice. It can bring us closer to people or bring us just a level of relating and talking to people that we actually like, because Cancers are very deep, just like Scorpios. Before I get going, though, I want to show you my book has actually arrived. Whoops, there we go. I'm so happy with it. I don't know if you can tell how pretty it is. I'm just like, I'm so happy with it. It looks like a little storybook and it's so colorful. So a little bit of intuition, and you can get it still on Amazon.com or .ca, or you can get it at Chapters Indigo. There's other bookstores and other stores in gift stores, even in the US, that carry them as well. And if you are so inclined and read it and like it, I would love it if you'd give me a review or write to me and let me know if it has sparked anything or helped you in any way. This is why I'm doing the work, why I'm put out a book in the first place. I really do want to know whether the book has been helpful or useful. I also have book launches coming up in Montreal and New York City, so if you would like to be able to attend or just hear about them, you can sign up for my newsletter. It's riiver.rain.info. You can find them there, or you can also go to Clairvoyant Medium Catharine and message me, or you can see the events. And I do hope that you join me at some point. So we are going to take a look at your cards now. First, we're going to, I just want to see the roses more because they're so pretty. There we go. You have to stop and enjoy the roses sometimes in life. I bet you that's going to be part of the message. All right, here we go. Imagine the sage all around you, cleansing, purifying, banishing anything no longer necessary, no longer for our highest good. Take it all to the light. Take it all to the light. All right, Cancer, let's take a look at these cards. So your first card is the Ace of Wands. Your next card is the Princess of Swords. And your next card is the Six of Wands. Well, this is interesting. The wands, the fire energy of the wands are very intense. The one card even says victory on it. Jupiter in Leo. Jupiter in Leo was like a movie actress or a stuntman or something. It's full of enthusiasm. The Ace of Wands also is like, that burst of energy you get if you need to like run for the train or something, or like finish a race, or at the gym. It's that burst of will, of like, no, I'm gonna do it. I can, or I want that. Ooh. And it comes with the will. Ace of Swords is like, it's in the head. Ooh, what a great idea. I should do that. But we don't know if there's any will to get it done. It's just thoughts. It's important, but it's thoughts. Ace of Wands is like that little sprint, of will. And the Six of Wands means you were going to get to your finish line of what you're going to achieve, of what you want to achieve. Now, the interesting part is the Princess of Wands in the middle, Princess of Swords in the middle. So this could be you in between your burst of energy and enthusiasm and actually succeeding. This could be you. And this would mean, if it is, that there's a struggle inside you in the middle of it. The struggle could be anything from resisting the momentum that you've started, being hard on yourself, critical, Making your life more complicated than it has to be? Sound like you, or does it sound like someone else around you? Because if it's you, this is a strong message about not sabotaging yourself. You know, things are getting happy. You're going to succeed at what you want to do. You've set it in motion. There's no need to deal with any BS. There's no need to do things or indulge things that are bothering you, or adding more to your plate and making things just harder to fulfill, or exhausting yourself, or whatever it is you might be doing. The other way it could be playing out that isn't full-on self-sabotage, but it could be that you've set some ball in motion here, and now maybe you're a bit scared. The Princess of Swords can also just have a lot of anxiety and insecurity, and therefore she sort of makes her life complicated by resisting and pushing back and, you know, splitting hairs over things because she's scared. Now, if that is not you, and you're very sure, we have to be honest with ourselves, but sometimes it isn't us. This could be someone just like that, who's sort of on your path, around you, possibly feels like they're getting in your way, possibly a big distraction, possibly somebody that's just sort of a mess, and you might not really have the headspace or the wherewithal or the time to stop and take care of this. Because if it's someone else and you're in the midst of this big ball rolling that's fun, with the energy to do it, like imagine the first analogy: sprint, boom, you're running for the train, and then somebody comes along, and they want to stop you for a second, and they ask you an extremely complicated question that you there's no way you can answer it and still get to your train. So now what do? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. So what's that going to mean? That's going to mean setting some emotional boundaries this month. There's nothing stopping you from your goals, which is great. So if you are checking in with yourself that you're not sabotaging your own progress, or you're checking in with your anxiety, and you can say, no, I'm good, this is not me, then just watch around you for anything, any influence, whether it's a person, what is distracting you, what is getting in the way, what doesn't need to be there. You know, sometimes it's just not the timing to stop and do something complex. The Princess of Swords, if you meet her in real life, if you know people like this, you'll know that for her there's always a battle. There's always a problem. There's always some reason she's taking up her sword. Like I said, she makes her own life complicated. And then what the Princess of Swords tends to do is sort of project it or blame other people for it. So it's the kind of, and it could be a guy too, but it's the kind of person where no matter how much you help them, it never helps. And that's who we want to set these limits and boundaries with. Only if they're that kind of complicated scenario like this. Now, the one other way this could play out is that it applies to her, is that she's finally finding some success and some momentum. And therefore, if this is someone you know and she's all revved up and has finally found some focus and knows what she wants, and things are actually happening for her, you can maybe help her not sabotage herself, or support her in what she's doing, because this is exactly what she needs in order to get over this insecurity hurdle that she usually has, is to stick with something. Very interesting reading this month, isn't it, Cancer? So, if you would like to reach me for a personal reading, or you'd like to participate in the book launches, then please reach me at riiver.rain.info. or Clairvoyant Medium Catharine Allen on Facebook. Have a good month.